Welcome back to the Harbinger Weekly. We hope you had an excellent spring break. We have some important stories to share, so let's jump right in.
Many of you have already received emails regarding the student housing complex at the Illinois Central College East Peoria campus. On March 6th, it was announced that these apartments would be closing down permanently at the end of the 2025 spring semester. Illinois Central College Student Housing LLC, the owners of the facility, have stated they lack the necessary resources to maintain the complex, specifically citing the issue of replacing the staircases. John Knighty, Vice President of Student Success at ICC, stated in the email he understands the difficulties that may be facing students following this announcement and is working to provide them with both resources and time. He has also shared where they could get information regarding concerns. For questions about leases, special services, or extension requests, students should contact Ethan McDougall, Director of Housing and Residential Life. All other questions should be directed to Jen Winnie, the primary contact for housing questions or concerns. Additionally, 2 Q&A sessions were held at student housing in the clubhouse on March 7th and 10th at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. respectively.
Moving on to more positive news, 2 weeks ago was ICC's Drug and Alcohol Awareness Week. Students were given a quiz on their knowledge of drug and alcohol-related facts, including how much liquid was in a standard beer and how, with a full stomach, alcohol could still affect you. Students were also able to put on special goggles, which simulated the vision of a person under the influence of alcohol. With these goggles on, students had to try and get as many holes as they could on the miniature golf course.
If students prefer to spend their time riding than partying at a club, they can submit their work to the Illinois Central Review, ICC's dedicated literature and arts magazine. It is currently published twice a year, once in August and once in January, with a deadline for submissions set for May 1st and December 1st, respectively. Registration is open to anyone currently enrolled in at least one class here at ICC. The Illinois Central Review accepts submissions from a variety of literary and artistic mediums. These include short works of fiction, poetry, visual art pieces such as drawings or photography, and performative art pieces such as singing or dancing. A full list of accepted works and rules can be found at their website, illinoiscentralcollege.blog.com. The magazine itself is also posted here, with both current and previous issues cataloged and available for free.
In other campus-related news, students who logged into their campus page within the last 2 weeks may have noticed a slight change. When they went to enter their credentials, a photograph of ICC and its cougar emblem greeted them instead of the previous plain background. The home screen has also received a touch of school spirit. It now sports a cougar in the top left corner above the widgets.
Or if you haven't noticed the canvas change, you most likely did notice the weather this past week, with it fluctuating between light snow and tornado warnings. Fortunately, it has been forecast to calm down this week. Temperatures will average somewhere in the mid to upper 50s, with conditions ranging from cloudy to rainy.
The forecast for events at ICC this week is short, but some students may want to take advantage of what's happening this week. On Wednesday, a fair showcasing the various state universities across Illinois will be happening right outside of the East Peoria campus bookstore from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also on Wednesday, if students need help registering for fall classes, they can head to the Career Center at the East Peoria campus, where they will be able to take advantage of ICC's academic advisors from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Friday, interested parties can take a tour of the Agricultural and Industrial Technologies building on the East Peoria campus. This will take place from 9 a.m. to noon and will allow visitors to see the equipment students and faculty use at the building.
That's all we have for this week. Be sure to tune in next time for another episode of Harbinger Weekly. Or if you want more up-to-date news, check out our website. For sports fans, we have a sports podcast called Claws Out on Spotify. We also have a student-related podcast, SNS, which is also on Spotify.
To close out this video, we would like to have a moment of silence for Alexis Nolam, a former member of Harbinger Student Media who passed away recently. Alexis was a part of Harbinger Student Media last year and the year before, with one of her accomplishments being the previous outro music for Harbinger Student Weekly. Our hearts and thoughts go out to her friends and family.
Harbinger Student Media, covering areas of education for sake of the liberation, with ICC information.